Well, I got no one in here right now, but that's okay. I'm getting my popcorn. Woo-hoo. I could smoke inside with my other stuff, but I can't smoke inside with it with this. It's not heavy. So I went to Costco because that's the one way I can get my husband into. They had some sales on some men clothing, so I got him some men stuff and socks and other things because of the fact he's this Saturday. My husband's going to Michigan for 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks. Actually, it's 16 days, counting the day you travel. So it's like a little over 2 weeks by 2 days. I can't wait. I'm like, woohoo! He's been driving me nuts and being very jealous of everything. So I told him, well, look at my phone. I got nothing going on. He's like, okay. And I exercised earlier in the morning, so I got that out of the way. And I didn't do my videos for afternoon because I was trying to get my husband going. It takes him 2 to 3 hours to get him going, which I don't get it. I tell him we are going to Costco. Well, I need my 2 cups of coffee. Well, shoot, after he had his 2 cups of coffee, I got dressed, ready, made up, and everything and waiting on him. I had to go and I ran some errands. Woo-hoo. And went to Costco and spent a lot of money. I bought things that we really needed. They had 100-foot hose for $25. I was like, hot damn it, that's cheap. So I picked up one of those and vitamins, and they actually have one. It's like called I'm not a smart pill, but it's supposed to make you smart. So I took a shitload of them, and I should be Einstein by tomorrow. My dad and I used to get always on the talk about Lost in Space. When it came out, my dad was so pissed off. He called me up at 3 in the morning. My 3 in the morning. His 6. So he would always like, I keep forgetting. I keep thinking, yeah, like I'm living in Wyandotte. I miss Wyandotte. So they had a really good art area, and I think it was every other weekend they would have like someone new to show. So they had this showing, and if you dip the bartender about $5 to $10, you get a hopping drink. You have drinking, and then you go out there, have a little smoke with the artist because they talk with everybody. And it was really amazing. We went to this one. He was an older guy. He worked on the assembly line. The same assembly line I think he worked on 2. He worked on one also that was a Jeep line, which is in Detroit. And that's where my Jeep is born from. She's a Detroit girl. And that came from Detroit. Some of the Jeeps, I'm just that way because I think it's better. But my dad said at the time that he was dealing with the contract talks, he was, their lawyer, had stated, bugs, that they were pretty put together. It didn't take long for them to get the line moving and the talks going. He said it was all good. He said, those Canadians, it was like, he went there just to see the process and make sure everything went smoothly to have the paperwork pretty much. I don't know how it was. He ended up being there, probably one of his lovers, probably being there to visit someone, just like in England. Oh, yeah. I remember her name. Dang, her name was Lorraine. No, I'm just joking. My dad had a lover in England, and my husband's like, he did? I go, oh, yeah. They burned up the phone lines for years. My dad's one, if you're in public, do not make a scene. Not even me. The protocol in our family was you don't make a scene, you don't act like a stupid head. It's different if you're arguing about customer service stuff and you want to be a male Karen or a female, whatever, you know. My dad had, what happened was his English girlfriend had something happen to her that she explained way too late after the fact. It was, I guess, it was something my dad didn't explain to me, but he said it really bothered her at the time. And if she would have told him then, he would have okayed it, but he just broke everything off. He was planning to marry her. He was getting real serious. And then I was saying, hey, do I get dual citizenship and marry her? Do I get to visit, actually go to England? The clock Big Ben is not called Big Ben. It's actually called the Queen's Tower since her Jubilee in 2012. It's the Queen's Tower. What is called Big Ben are, of course, the weights and stuff. They have one that's named Ben. That's where they get, because it's big. We only use Big Ben on them big girls. So anyway, it was a long drive. I love going through Red Rock. I don't like taking the freeway. I take it 50 and I just look at everything and I'm like loving it. There's a little town in Red Rock, just an itty bitty. I seen it in videos. I want to go and see it on the 21st. When I drop off my husband and I'm driving back, I think I might, just might. I'll go to Costco, got to get a couple things. You can't spend that long in Costco. Every half hour is another $300. Trust me. I said, I'm going to Costco. I'll pick up the coffee. I said, I'm gone. Gone. It was in January, we went to, was it January? No. That was before they shut everything down, like really shut it. We went to Costco before we heard of the news. So we went there and we bought just one thing of toilet paper. We had toilet paper at home. We bought one of the Costco toilet paper and paper towels. We ended up doing very well. We actually had toilet paper left over. Of course, yeah, we have a bidet, and I like being clean. And if I don't use the bidet, I like constantly use the wet wipes and throw them away, not in the toilet, because it's just cleanliness is next to godliness, or goddessness. And I'm like, God, how much toilet paper do people use? We have had, I had to send my daughter, oh my God. I had to take the rolls out because the game box they have couldn't fit the toilet paper. So I'm like, God dang. Mail her toilet paper, freak out, worry about her. She's got a boyfriend that, let's just be honest, he's an asshole. Yeah, he really is. I'm going to go to Costco and replace the fucking curtains my husband won't replace. I don't care how I do it. I'm just done. I cannot live this way. I got to take care of stuff. He's going for 2 weeks and I'm cleaning house. Like literally my house looks like a hoarder's paradise. I got to get rid of shit too. My things I don't have a problem with. My husband won't get rid of stuff, or even, my son's not as big as when he used to be skinny, he'd wear some really fashionable stuff. Used to. At least somewhat fashionable. He looked, he was something. All my friends were like, wow, he dresses nice and stuff. My husband was no looker. not no big, huge looker where everyone's going, oh, is that your husband? It was never that way. My husband's friends wanted to know if I had a sister. I said, she's way old. My mother, when my sister was in her 30s, her mid 30s, I was pretty much, I think I was like maybe 5 or 6. So, she was having Bethany and her other kids' name. I'm getting a little bit toasted. I'm forgetting names. What's my name? My name is Mud. It's like my figuration, my end of the day. Some people have, beer and wine. I have one drink, and usually it's a spritzer thing because it's 100 calories. I got lime spritzer, so I figure I'd throw in a real lime. Add a little je ne quoi. So he's going to be going 2 weeks. Oh, he's already on Michigan time. He went to bed yesterday, though. Last night. He went to bed. It was 3 in the morning. So I guess he'd be all set, for vampire time in Michigan. Both our families say that each other family is a vampire. No, I think that would go really good with my husband's family. They slept in the day, except my mother-in-law and father-in-law. I remember working midnights, and I thought, my dad's like, it must be really hard to sleep. I go, no, everyone's sleeping. And my dad's like, damn vampires. I told you they were vampires. My dad was very protective of me. Yeah. He didn't like Paul for the longest time. It wasn't until, recently, in the past 15 years. Not even, I would say, 2012. Yeah, they started getting along just before he died. I guess he figured, oh, what the hell. He put the Jeep that my husband pays. He pays the Jeep bill. He put it in my name, and of course his name. He had to. We can't change the title name on the Jeep till it's paid off. Oh God. My dad's always a jokester, even when he's dead, because they told us that at the bank. Oh yeah, you can change it when you're, finish paying it off. Okay. So I told him, okay, well, that's the way it goes. He was pissed. I still hear him bitch about it every so often. And like my son goes, I'm not getting involved. It wasn't, mom's thing, because she didn't even know I didn't. I thought he had Paul's name. I didn't really realize it until it wasn't insurance. It was when I went to do the tabs, because my husband was told he couldn't do it. It wasn't his vehicle or something. I don't remember what it was. He just said, well, it's in your name. I'm like, really? Ah. But we didn't know. We pretty much were told, oh yeah, you could change the name on it when you pay it off. But we do love, I love the Jeep. That Jeep makes me feel sexy. God. I always wanted to have like a real nice Jeep. So I've done that on my bucket list, My second thing I want to do on my bucket list is go to Vlad the Impaler's place. We're not talking the nice one that they show everyone. We're talking the one you got to hike to. So that's where I want to go. Romania. I've met some of the most beautiful people inside and out. I worked with this one lady, and she said, come to Romania. You come to Romania, you stay at my place. I go, really? You got a place there? Oh, I live with my mom. She goes, it's beautiful. And I was going to, she knew all the places to go. And I said, wow, that'd be cool to go. I like that. Oh, God, I wish I didn't lose all her information. But I did. I lost all her information. And now it's like, well, I know somebody who knows her. And I think I can get a hold of her. And I want to go either this year or next year to Romania. I'm going to do what I planned on years ago. And I was always talked out of it. What happened was a long time ago when I was 12, I had a big sister. And my dad being a single male parent. Well, I got explained by 3 or 4 different women, my dad's gal friends, on the reproduction and using birth control. And I made one of the girlfriends because my dad said, you're just mean. I couldn't help it. Do you got a rubber? And she goes, yeah. How do you put it on? I knew we had bananas. We just bought some. So we put a rubber on the banana and I put it in my dad's lunch that way. Yeah. My dad was the best damn dad I had ever. Yeah. Listen. Call me up and, hey, what you doing? We would talk for hours. You don't know what you miss until it's gone. I never thought that. I thought my dad was going to live way into his 90s. He was 75. He had a good 15, 20 years. My dad used to talk about he was obsessed with the sun, and it's supposed to have, they call it the deadly shot, that's supposed to go to Earth, that's supposed to bring the fire and everything that's projected from all the, biblical to everything. I mean, even the Quran has it. They were talking about that in their mystery school. Yeah, I'm taking a mystery school. My dad took it too, so I figured why not. Mine was cheaper though. So I knew about the solar shot and the solar. We're right now on a solar maximum, and it's going to heat up. That's what they were talking about, everything heating up. They were talking about just in general, all the things they were saying, that a lot of people will, they call it the light body, when it's supposed to be the only way you can go into 4th dimension is to go in a light body, and our body turns into a light, and it's not like the way it is solid. It's a light body, and you go up into, wherever, and you come back, and Earth is for the 4th dimension, and the people that don't make the 4th dimension are the seriously evil people. And then they're talking about how Hitler looked like somebody else or whatever. It was really amazing, so I had a really good time in school. Well, we do it online, Zoom. So I'm learning a lot with my school. Well, I'm going to just sit here, smoke weed, and listen to music. I hope that you have. I'm a cosmic, wonderful evening and sleep well. I am going to go to bed soon and then get up and exercise and start my day over. Get Paul to pack so we're not packing the last hour. And have a cosmic evening. I love you.